I like to break, risk tolerance, risk capacity down into your ability and willingness. So ability is probably easier to measure. That's your financial situation. If you're in retirement, you have your sources of income, you have your asset level, you have your withdrawal rate, how all those pieces work together kind of determines how much ability you have to take risk. Willingness, on the flip side, is something that, you and I, we can't measure for how a client or a person feels about investing.
Right.
That is how much you can stomach. What do you like to see your portfolio do? Do you understand it's a long-term gain and you're willing to ride out some swings? Or is it something you don't want, that volatility? You're really looking to back it down. And so it's very important that you have all of your, all the financial numbers in place, and also, just your emotional evaluation and how you feel about investing plays a big part in, how the retirement plan goes.
Right. I mean, it's also comes down to if you're working with somebody, in terms of what their specialty is. For us, we work with people that are retired or close to retirement. They've been feeding their 401k plans. And then once you retire, what you have in there is what you're walking into retirement with you. And a lot of our clients are living on that, just like what we've talked about. But that's also where we want to know in terms of what you can take in. And I think that's also why, Tommy, we want to know your risk number. Meaning that, it's like a speed sign. So the faster you go, the more aggressive you are. So for example, let's just say that you come in and you go, you know what, I've never been happy with my portfolio. Okay, let's find out why. We find out that your capacity in terms of what you can tolerate is up to 70, okay? And your portfolio is at a 40. Well, no wonder you're not happy, because it's not getting up there with you. But if you flip it and you have a risk number of 40 and your portfolio is at a 70, you'll be happy during up markets, right? You won't be happy when we talked about, those downturns, because that really puts into perspective in terms of, hey, this is a wake-up call and I should reconsider how and what my strategy actually is.
Right. And from a long-term perspective, the second example you just mentioned, that's when mistakes are made.
Right.
Nobody's ever come in and said, I made too much money. This is too good.
It doesn't happen. No.
Everybody, you tend to figure out you're wrong at the bottom.
Right.
And that's when you can lock in those losses. You miss time in the market, you miss some of that recovery. And it's hard to come back from that. So you find out you're wrong at the bottom, typically not at the top. And so it's very important to evaluate where you are at individually and how you feel about your money.
Exactly. You mentioned the buckets, and we do that for clients. You got to have those reserves. Meaning, because the market will be volatile. It's not going to be great days forever. We've already showed people that. And so that's why you have those buckets where, you have short-term treasuries, maybe some money market funds to cover those expenses, especially when you're retired, or maybe that retirement income. I'm a big fan of where if we can have a bucket for that retirement income where when the market's down, we're okay, because we're living off of what we've done in the past. People like that. It's not good when you don't have a reserve, you go through that pain, and then you start selling because you're scared. That's why we talk about working with somebody that's done this before.
Thanks for watching Retire Vivid. Want to see more? Like and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with exclusive Vivid content. Plus, be sure to watch our show Retire Vivid every weekend. We're here to help you get retirement ready.